The first time I packed my load to leave my home, I read a text message. My heart was not fizzing anymore. In fact, he remained small. I wanted to call while he was at work. I was ready for war. Hatred engulfed me. Just few weeks into this. How? This kind of text message. I was fuming. Yeah, I was ready to fight. I'd already packed my load. It was about to go down. It was about to break. But my friend who was divorced then, and that was my savior. I did call her on the phone and I explained everything to her. She said, Rita, you see what you're going through right now is what I went through. But pride made me destroy everything. Before I realized that I was wrong about my assumption, it was already too late. Because we had already gone far, insulted each other's family. There was no room for reconciliation. And there was room, but pride made them not to be able to reconcile. She said, Rita, don't be like me. I was like, no, sis, don't tell me that. You're enjoying yourself after your divorce now. Are you okay? I beg, that's what I want. Say, Rita, who told you? I present okay to you, but that does not mean I am okay. It's only me that knows what I'm going through inside. Rita, don't let anybody that presented okay to you deceive you. I said, sis, what do you mean? You've got a car, you've got a good job, you're enjoying your life. She said, Rita, relax. Don't make decision in a haste. That was how my journey about being calm in all situations started. I read that text message, but what I did not bother to check was the date of that text message. You see how a lot of ladies mess things up and end up kneeling down to beg. And then you've now given the man leverage to control you totally. And guess what? Eventually, when I now calmed down, after doing what she asked me to do, I did not ask the first day. And I had the opportunity to revisit, and I realized that those text messages are like a year old. Now me no look. But it's just when some people are careless with their phones, they don't delete things. Or even if it's in their cycle, because it was actually the cycle bin. Onyoko meta poknoza. I went to the cycle bin, to be honest with you. That was where I found those text messages. So I tell you again, anybody, whether divorced or single, can give you advice. Some single people today, remember, are by choice. Because they've not found the standards they've set for themselves. They've chosen to have their peace. But you are assuming, no, if you're not married, you don't have the right to advise anybody. If you're divorced, you don't have the right to advise anybody. Guess what? Some divorced people are working with the experience they've had. Because maybe what's happening in your home, if they choose to be sincere to you, exactly, if they choose to be sincere, maybe what's happening in your home is what they've experienced and they handled it wrongly. So because they've handled it wrongly, they're in a better position to tell you, no, that your basmos, they go anywhere. Are you getting my message now? But some of you will choose to still go your way. That reverend father, where they advise you about marriage, on how to keep your home, he has never been married. On what basis or what grounds? Just what he's reading in the Bible, without experiencing it, and yet you're buying. That your pastor, that you're looking at the wife, you can clearly see that this woman lacks happiness. He's the one telling you about marriage. Are you in his home? Do you know what's going on in his home? So I tell you, the thing about advice, and I'll continue to maintain my stand, is that anybody can advise you. It is left for you to sieve out what you don't want and take what you want. And even most times when people advise you, they see the handwriting on the wall, they see the truth, but you choose to call it another name. Have you ever thought of that? And yet you're here fighting. I tell you people again, on social media, I deal with reality. I am not here to fight anybody. Who are you that have to start fighting you and making my enemy? You don't pay my bills. I've got too many things on my hands to have time to start bittering or harboring anger towards anybody. That energy I'll give you, there are things I need the energy for. Who the hell are you? Mine is come on social media, create my content, because last, everybody on social media is a content creator. Once you give 60% of your time to this place, even for leisure or anything, you're a content creator. Whether you comment up and down everywhere, content creator. So I tell you again, and I tell you, anybody can advise you. Take it or leave it. Choice is yours. This is a personal story. I hope you've learned one thing from it today. More wisdom.